What you need, Barry? So it sounds like the group's okay staying. How long do you want to stay for?
Well, I need to do some research about this, my amulet, but I
Yes.
don't want to hold up the team.
There's no rush, I don't think.
Nope, I'm good.
So if you guys don't mind staying a few days, I would just like to go to the library and see if I can find anything about this amulet. It keeps doing some very strange stuff.
Well, Melton will work on his disguise kit stuff then.
All right, that sounds good. And then William can continue to bang on his armor. And
Now, William has to work on his armor tonight, right now. He's tired of working on his armor.
oh God, what is he gonna do on his downtime? I hate to ask.
He's gonna be Melton's butler.
Oh my gosh.
He'll
You gotta
work
pay
on
him though.
he's gonna work on his armor. He's gonna make it rich. He's gonna pay 10 copper pieces a day.
Nice. There you go. All right. So Barry's gonna do some research. Melton's gonna work on his disguise kit. William's gonna work on his armor. Stig, what would you like to do?
I guess I'll do some religious services. I'll go around and preach home, and yeah, I'll
Okay.
do that.
All right. Sounds good. And then what would you like Relenia to do? Or anybody, if anybody has any thoughts of what Relenia would like to do, you could definitely do that too.
What
I
did she do
forget.
last time?
So last time she was looking for researching creatures and animals for her wild shape is what she had done last time, I think.
Oh, we'll do the same then, probably, huh? Don't
Okay.
you think? What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think that's good. I don't know if there were any skills that she was working on, but yeah, that sounds good.
I don't remember her working. I think that's what she had worked on, if I remember correctly. I think she had done one research, and I think she rolled really bad, and that's why she didn't get anything in the second time. I think that's when she found the giant ant, I think.
Okay, yeah, I think that would be what she would do.
Okay. Sounds good.
So
Yeah.
I would like to do research, and then I'd like to see if I could find a book or something on herbalism, just so that I can study that as we travel.
Yeah, absolutely. So why don't we go ahead and we'll do Relenia's first. So Relenia will have, it would be a research for her as well, and she would get, she needs to do an intelligence check.
All right, 1 second here.
And then if you want to do positives for her, this will be for you too, Barry. You can spend 100 gold for each +1 bonus up to 6.
Okay.
And that's kind of to get the sages and to help you look for books and things of importance.
Oh, Relenia can do that too.
She can as
Plus
well, yep.
1 gold for.
For each +1 bonus you want to her roll.
I'll do +5.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right. Sounds good.
How much is it?
Going big. 100 gold. 100 gold per +1. So it'd be 500
shoot.
gold.
No,
Yeah.
all right, no.
It'd be yeah. Okay, you got it now.
All right. I get to is it?
Yeah, you get
is
to
Barrett-
reroll. Yeah,
is
she's
Barrett
there. She's in the same.
yeah.
She's in the same library.
I don't want to do them that way. Let's see.
There you go. That looks great. So as Relenia's looking through books, she's able to find 2 new wild shapes that she'll be able to do, 2 new creatures. And if you want, we can leave that for Relenia to pick next week, so that way Relenia can pick which one that they want or she wants.
Oh yeah.
If you're okay with
let's
that?
do that.
Okay,
No,
gotcha.
no.
So she gets two new wild shapes that she can learn. All right, Barry, would you like to do any bonuses to yours, or?
Yeah, I have like 63 platinum, so I can go up to +5, you said?
You can go up to +6. So if you want to spend 600 gold, you can go up to +6.
Alright, I will do that.
All right, sounds great. Go ahead and roll an intelligence roll. Or
An intelligence.
it'd be intelligence check, yeah.
Well, that is freaking stupid.
But the good news is you actually do learn something about the amulet itself. So you have found out that the amulet's name itself, I have to bring it up here real quick. 1 second so I grab my notes. So the amulet that you have is named the Amulet of Eredros. And it was forged in ancient days and was actually created by the god of Tymora, and was given to kind of a primordial race. This was long before humans were around, or halflings, but there were several elves at the time, and there ended up being Tymora had given it to a mighty clan of elves to kind of battle for supremacy over lands, and they found out that the great elven house of Eredros is the one who had it, and they were kind of the ones who had taken care of it. Unfortunately, what happened though is the land that they were fighting over had been taken over by a large amount of waves, and so the house became wiped out, except for a few marrow as well as underwater elves, essentially. And once that occurred, the god of Tymora had taken it away, saying that she felt that there was too much power that was there. You do recognize, obviously, that it gives you bonuses to your spell attack as well as bonuses to protect you. You also find out that if you become wounded, that it does have the power to heal you. But unfortunately, as you know, Tymora is all about luck, so it will roll, or it will essentially heal you a certain amount of points, but it also will take away a certain amount of points. And when that happens, sometimes you may have a net bonus of gaining health, or you may have a net bonus of losing health. Now, you did learn, though, that once your health is so bad, or so much health has been taken away from you, where your health is less than 50%, it negates the negative side of it.
Okay, so once I get below half, that gets rid of the negative.
Correct. However, the one last part of it is that if you are hit by any kind of damage at all, it doesn't regen for 1 round.
Okay.
So essentially you have a 1d6, it subtracts a 1d3, and that's what you get. But if you're hit by damage for that round, you don't regen any health. And then if you're bloodied or under 50%, you only get regen 1d6 if you don't get hit.
Cool. All right.
Alrighty, I'll show you the coating on it so you can see what it looks like. So that's what you learned. So it obviously has many more powers to it, and whatnot. The other thing too, as you learned, is that the book that you have in your inventory.
The Book of Helm?
Yeah, the Book of Helm. So that tome, as you were kind of going through and kind of talking about things and the sages and whatnot, they point out that has a lot of history about the 5 relics and some of the powers that they can and can't do. And actually the sage had kind of gone through that book and sort of gave you the backstory of your actual thing, which was inside that book.
Were there any other, the 5 relics, were any of them?
Yeah. So they're all in there. There's history for all of them. Obviously, the book is mostly gives kind of a general information to it, but it does talk about the 5 relics. One of the relics you recognize is the shield, Miracle Shield, the one that Stig has. The other one is the Scales of Balance, which Relenia has. And then the 4th one out of the 5 you recognize is the crossbow that Melton now is using.
Nice, okay.
The 5th one that you guys have not seen or found is a greatsword, and it's a greatsword of giant slaying. And the last it was heard of, it was under the control of a red dragon.
Is that the one that I saw in my vision?
That is the one you saw in your vision. That was handed over with red scales. And for probably 50 gold, they do have a book that they're willing to loan you. If you're willing to return it, they use the gold for collateral. That talks about an herbalism kit and kind of how to work with herbs and whatnot.
Yes, definitely.
All right.
I will pay that and return it next time I'm in Yartar.
Wonderful. Perfect.
50 gold?
50 gold, yep. Alrighty. She does now, a 50 gold library card. Melton. So Melton, you wanted to continue to work on your disguise kit, is that right?
That is it.
Alrighty, so you kind of wander about town. You've been in town before. You've worked for a couple weeks. You know that there is a great place that deals a lot with, disguises and whatnot. And its name is the Firelusk Fabrics is the name of the place. And you know that they do tailoring and fabrics and things like that. But in the back, they have sort of an unsaid business where they do help. People sort of become people that they don't want to. So they're known for kind of whipping up costumes and whatnot. And the family themselves is a gnomish family, and they seem to have lots of little different trinkets and things like that are there. And so you're able to kind of spend a week kind of working in there. I think you're, 3 weeks now into your downtime, I think?
Yes.
All right,
this
gotcha.
This would be week 3.
That's what I thought. So yeah, kind of working through and kind of working on your stuff there for your downtime. And then William continues to bang on the metal and also gets a little bit of information about how to work on that adamantine and try to work it into the scale mail itself. He was told that in the last week, just prior to being done, that he just needs to put a smooth coating across the top of it of adamantine. But unfortunately, he has to find a way to dispel the magic that's in the adamantine before he'll be able to sort of shape it and use it and try to get it into position into what he needs. And obviously he'll need to be in a city because he'll need a forge for that, which he won't have in travel. So, and then Stig, you were gonna do some religion stuff, is that right?
Yeah, I'm gonna wander around the streets and preach about Helm and self-reliance.
Alrighty, sounds good. So I closed my downtime, I apologize, but looks like religious services, you probably already looked at it. Perfect. So for 9, and were you, so you kind of continue to go around and preach your efforts and whatnot. However, the city seems to be less likely to sort of listen to you or to your prayers, and you don't seem to make any lasting effect. Oh, I forgot about the percentages. Thank you. Yeah, do you mind Barry and Melton rolling for percentage dice for me? Thanks, I forgot all about that, actually. And I do Relenius, too, if you don't mind. Oh, Barry. Oh, Melton. Oh, my goodness. You guys may not be coming back to Yartar. Okay, so let me grab the table.
Darn it, Stig.
I was rolling that for William.
Oh, is that who it was? Oh. Well, William probably would be okay with it, so...
There's William's roll.
Oh my gosh! I gotta
Wow.
be kidding me. All right, well, this will be fun. So let's see. Stig, you were the only one that actually rolled okay, huh? Oh, we need Relenius. Yeah, we'll see how this goes.
Warming up my dice first.
Actually, need library music. What was I thinking? How do we do? 60. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So, Barry, there's a table for you to roll on. You able to open that? Oh, maybe I have to share it. Sorry. Oh, wow. Okay. So as you're kind of looking through the books and whatnot, and the sage is kind of showing you some pictures, and all of a sudden you feel the page sort of rips out as you tear it, and he goes, "Oh, don't do that! Don't do that!" Oh, really?
It was an accident?
And he kind of looks at it. He says, "Do you know how much that book is worth?
50 gold?
And more than that,
75?
more than that." Like, I need 10 platinum. Are we sure that we can let you keep that book?
Of course. I'm good for it. I can give you 3.
3
I'm
platinum?
good for it.
You're good for it?
I am. I have to come back with this other book anyway.
And he kind of looks and sees Relenia and says, "You're going to pay for this, right?"
Relenia will say, "We may have a friend that can help with your book."
And he kind of looks and he looks to Barry and says, "You can't leave." And he says, "Relenia, or whoever you are," he's like, "You need to find your friend."
Relenia will go find Stig, and Stig will come to
All right,
the
sounds
safe
good.
zone.
All right, so Stig, you kind of walking in, and he goes, "I'm sorry, we don't allow your folk in here."
He'll smile real big, awkwardly. I'm here. I'm here to help your book.
Okay, all right. All right, sure.
If you softskins made these out of stronger materials, you wouldn't have this problem. I'll try and mend it.
Okay, all right, sounds good. You cast the spell on the book, but unfortunately, the book is too powerful and is unable to be mended.
Ah, sorry, Barry. Not able to fix this book.
How about you take this 3 platinum, and if I come across any other rare books, I will be sure to bring them back to you.
Sure, go ahead and give me a persuasion roll. Okay. He kind of thinks for a few minutes and he says, "I think that's fair. That's a fair deal. Okay, all right. We'll get this over to our more advanced spellcasters to see if we can get this book fixed. No offense, Scaly."
I'll smile.
All right, sounds good. And then let's see. So you guys are all set, and then nice belly string. I love it. So let's do Williams here. I just have to find his. So all right. So here is Williams' table. Everything is doom and gloom. Melton, do you want to roll Williams' training complication, or do you want me to?
Crafting complication.
Yeah. Yep.
I wasn't paying attention. I'm sorry.
That's all right. No worries, man. It's all good.
I forgot I'm playing it.
Oh, all right. So throughout the town, as he's kind of working, you guys have heard throughout the week that actually there's some talk about this crazy human that seems to be making this half plate, and it doesn't look like it's going to work, and that's like a really nice one for him to get. Anyways, and so you kind of hear rumors about William and whatnot, and what's going on with him. So, and then the other one was a training complication, I think.
Yeah.
All right, and there we go. That'll be for you, Billy Stinker, or whatever your name is.
Well, I can't see the thing.
Oh, I'm sorry. Here, I got to share it for you. Yep. All right, I'm not sure what to do with that, but anyways, so your teacher kind of teaches you some really kind of weird methods, and so as you're working with other people on your disguise kit and whatnot, they're all kind of making fun of you, saying, obviously people that live under the ground don't understand how this works, and you would never put that color with that item, and just kind of gives you a whole bunch of difficulties about it.
I think well, in addition to that, he had me dress up like a halfling woman.
All
Except for I wasn't a very good disguise. It was a halfling woman with a beard.
Nice. I like it. So, so he does that, and everybody kind of laughs at you and gives you a hard time as you're in the training sessions that are there. So the week goes by. You guys have completed all your sort of training and researches and everything. If you want, you can do another week. If you don't, you guys can move on. It's completely up to you.
I think I've accomplished what I need, but I'm fine if anybody else needs to stay another week.
I'm the same.
Okay. Ironically, the week that you guys have been here, the Golden Goose has not, or the Grand Dame has not been here.
Oh, really? That's not normal.
Nice
Melton?
picture. There was rumors that that you've heard kind of from the dock folk and everything that they said they had to go back to Waterdeep. But ironically, they went north, which is weird.
Pretty sure they can't get to Waterdeep going north.
Right.
That's Uslid's boat. I'm sure of it.
All right.
How'd it go north? Oh, that way. Okay.
Yeah, it went up the. Yep, that's exactly right.
I couldn't really tell if that was a river or a road for a moment.
Yeah, it's the map quality isn't that great, unfortunately.
It kind of dead ends in the moors, huh? The Evermoors?
Yeah, I think it kind of goes through the Evermoors. Looks like it goes up towards Shining White, Mithril Hall, Rivermoot, and then way up into the Spine, essentially. I think it does connect with the other river that goes off east, right by Everlund and Silvery Moon. The river that goes there. I can't tell if it dumps into that or if it dumps the other way. I assume it dumps the other way and goes to the Waterdeep. But.
You could always take the north road and see if we run into it. Big circle. Take longer, though.
Do we want to do that? I mean,
I'm good for whatever.
Yeah,
My
it doesn't
name's
matter.
Sally, by the way.
Sally what?
Sally Poopy Pants.
It's best not to ask.
Yeah, right.
Are you pretending to be a halfling again?
I am a halfling. Well, I don't know what you're talking about. My name is Sally Poopy Pants. I'm a halfling.
I need to get you a book on, like, halfling names, because nobody is named Poopy Pants.
The
teacher?
I don't know. The teacher told me that halfling
right.
names started with, like, Poopy Pants, Stinky Feet.
She's wrong.
You can't tell who I am. Yeah, you definitely can't tell who I am.
The problem is she's going to have advantage because she knows you.
You have a tell.
You do. A definite tell.
Okay, so do we want to follow up north to see if, I mean, that's suspicious.
It is suspicious. I'm fine with taking the north route.
Man, I'm good. Are we going up where the boat's at?
That's what they said. The boat was going down to Waterdeep, but it went north.
Oh, that's fine with me. I need to see if I can get some more platinum pieces. I got some golden gooses to turn in.
Well, and that cuts through or by the Evermoors, right? So
It does.
even if we might still have a chance of running into Harshnag.
Yep.
Okay, I say let's do north then.
All right. Sounds good. So you guys grab your fish cart with all its belongings.
Well,
Yeah, go ahead.
William had to get the denim metal helmet out. You got to wear that.
If you get a picture of that with that picture, I'll be very impressed.
Oh, that's going to be tough.
That will be very tough. Maybe for next week.
Oh, I can do it.
All right. So if you can get a pot helmet and put it on that picture, I will definitely have that for next week. Okay, so you guys come out of Yartar and are going to head north, I understand. Is that right?
Yeah, but there ain't no roads going north. What are we gonna do with our car?
There's a road.
Oh, we'll
Yeah,
take the
go.
road.
Yep. So you go out the east exit of Yartar and go up the road, maybe, I don't know, maybe a half a mile, and there's a northern road that goes north. You've been told that that will definitely lead you up through the Evermoors. And I believe Relenia got a map of Tribor, but she also has a general map that you are able to kind of see and has markings and what on it, which is matches this map. You continue to travel. I love that hat too. You continue to travel up the northern road. As you do, things again continue to be pretty cool, calm. Nothing really out of the ordinary as you travel. You do get to about the edge of where it looks like the Evermoors is. It's kind of swampy. You do see some. The road is up out of the swamp itself, but there's various swamp areas, bogs and whatnot here. And it's getting fairly close to night at this point, just prior to getting into the Evermoors, or the opening part of Evermoors.
Do I see any? I'm going to be looking as we enter the Evermoors. Do I see any signs of lizard folk?
Great question. So as you kind of look, you do see that no real signs of necessarily lizard folk. You do see tracks of what appears to be large humanoid feet. Also, you see some large footprints that look like maybe giant footprints as well, that kind of go through the area. But nothing that looks like lizard folk necessarily. Looks like orcs, ogres, trolls, ettins, some sort of a giant. That seems to be more of what you see.
As long as it's not bullywugs.
Yeah, you don't see any of those. You don't see any bullywogs.
All right.
You're not a bullywug guy, huh?
Nah, them and lizard folk, we don't get along.
Okay, that's good to know.
All right, let's see if we can find like a decent place to camp.
Alrighty. Relenia's not here, but I believe Relenia has pretty good survival, so...
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yep. So Relenia is able to find a nice place, and I think she even comments before you get into the Evermoors, it'd probably be best to kind of camp prior to getting in there, just because there's not a lot of places off the road that you could camp at. But she finds a nice place for you guys to camp for the night, and you are able to kind of sleep through the night without any issues. You do see various creatures kind of milling about and whatnot. You don't see any of the creatures that I commented. They were more of kind of wild game and whatnot. But the frogs are pretty loud, and obviously the crickets and whatnot. It's interesting, though, because this is kind of in a colder area. So, it's not hot or humid or whatnot. And as you sit there, you see that a lot of the a fog kind of rolls through here, and you kind of feel that cold, that mist kind of hits you, and it kind of chills you a little bit to the bone. And you definitely feel like you're getting farther and farther north. I don't know how your dress is, but regardless, it's still kind of chilly.
Are we still close enough to the river that we can, like keep an eye on it to see if there's any boats going?
Yeah, you definitely could be. The trail, as you can see if you kind of get pretty close, so it does kind of move away from the river itself. So you guys did backtrack quite a bit, so you're able to watch the river. You're gonna kind of keep an eye out for the boat, I assume, throughout the night.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yep. Sounds good. So the night goes without any incident. You guys wake up in the morning. It is definitely more foggy. The sky is looks like it's going to be kind of a clearish type of day, but you do still feel that coolness that's coming down, kind of like a kind of 50s, 60s type of weather. You guys continue along the trail, I assume, traveling in your cart or with your cart. And you travel up about half a day's travel, and what you start to see is you're traveling through the swamp areas and whatnot. And as you get probably 4 or 5 hours into your travel, you seem to be on the other side of the moors. There's kind of a large land mass in between the river and the Evermoors themselves. And so you're there, and you do see what looks like a village that's kind of up ahead, up on a kind of a rocky, sort of a horseshoe ridge that's kind of up on an edge there.
Do we want to
So we go to the village.
stop for the night?
You stopped one night. It's about midday at this point. Sorry.
Oh,
Yeah, about midday. Or afternoon, I should say.
Do we want to swing by there at least and see if,
They see the boat.
yeah.
yeah, that sounds great.
All right, so you guys walk up to the village, kind of going up a pretty steep hill. You can see that this village is pretty defensible. The rocky ridge is kind of facing the Evermoors. You do see the river obviously is pouring down, and at this point you see that there's a pretty fast current going from north to south in that river. It's not rapids or anything, but it definitely can move pretty quickly. And you see that there's a what appears to be I can't remember the names. Oh, ballistas and catapults that are kind of lined along the western side, almost on the river's edge. And you see they've built sort of an earthen rampart right along the ridge edge there. And you see that the catapults have buckets of pitch next to it that aren't on fire. They're not lit, but definitely looks like they'd be using for throwing some sort of a burning sort of a catapult material. You do see that there's various people walking around the town. This looks to be a very rural village. However, everybody does seem to have some sort of a weapon that's with them. They are in leather armor. You don't see anybody in any plate mail or chain mail. Some people do have some scale armor as well that they're wearing.
I wonder why they're so heavily defended.
Probably these swamps. I bet you they get attacked a lot.
I wonder what by if they're using catapults and ballistas.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question.
So as you kind of walk up, you see there's some villagers. They don't really pay much attention to you. And they're just kind of milling about doing sort of their things. They seem to be, I don't know, not really paying much attention to you, but they also don't seem to be kind of reaching out. They do notice you're there. They're just not very friendly.
But not antagonistic.
No, nope, not antagonistic at all.
Well, Melton, what do you think?
I think we're going up there.
All right, so you guys kind of walk into town. You see, kind of in the middle of town, you see large tracks that went from east to west. These definitely look like giant footprints. You notice that one of the wells was crushed under one of these giants' footprints, but you see it actually kind of walked through the middle of town. Looks like it had maybe was carried by they buried the steps with the ramparts, because the steps are kind of half there and there's dirt that's kind of filling in the footprint. But you don't see any other property damage at all, just these large footprints that walk through town.
Does it look like like there's a guard or anybody?
Yeah, so kind of looking around now that you've had a few chance to take a peek, you do see that there is a gentleman who's sitting on a warhorse, kind of at the north end of town, kind of sitting there watching the road. He's dressed in what appears to be full shiny kind of half plate, and he has a large halberd with him, as well as a flag that's kind of a standard that's kind of held behind him on his horse as he's standing there. The standard shows, sorry, a picture of a flying snake. You immediately recognize that as the flag of the Zentarum.
Man, they're everywhere.